Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Crandon. This is a bit different, isn't it? But it's still an assembly. Very different. So, I haven't seen you lot in a while. Well, here I am. I'm in my shed, and it's a nice sunny day. So we're going to have an assembly here, and you're quite welcome to watch it as many times as you like. So what have I been doing? Well, I've been going into school sometimes. I've been learning a song on the guitar through YouTube. I've been enjoying the weather, and I've been working. And I've been reading, lots of reading. Been reading lots of comics and lots of books. So the Easter holidays are almost over, and we start a new term soon, which is why I'm doing my assembly. I hope you're keeping safe at home. I hope you're following the social distancing rules, 2 meters apart, and I hope you're helping around the house. I certainly am. Lots of dusting to be done and lots of cooking, because people are in the house all day. So we will be learning this term, like we did the last 2 weeks of last term, and there's a few different things that we've got to get in place. One of them is Google Classroom, and you should be looking out for an email to your parents with your password and your email, so you can go on Google Classroom and get work from your teachers. We've still got our learning portal up on the website, and we've got learning packs for people who can't access the website. We've also got 7,000 audio books on the welcome page on the website. You can read them, or you can listen to them, or you can read and listen to them. Anyway, it's good to see you all. I think I've got a bit of a story. It's called The Tortoise's Picnic. I do like to tell a story. It's from my Blue Story House. Tortoise's Picnic. There were once 3 tortoises, a father, a mother and a baby. And one fine spring day they decided that they would like to go for a picnic. They picked the place they would love to go to, a nice wood at some distance off, and they began to get their stuff together. They got tins of salmon and tins of tongue. People did used to eat tongue in those days, very strange. And sandwiches and orange squash and everything they could think of. In about 3 months they were ready, and they set out carrying their baskets. They walked and walked and walked, and time went on. After about 18 months they sat down and had a rest. But they knew just where they wanted to go, and they were about halfway to it, so they set out again. And in 3 years they reached the picnic place. They unpacked their baskets and spread out the cloth and arranged the food on it, and it looked lovely. Then Mother Tortoise began to look in the picnic baskets. She turned them all upside down and shook them, but they were all empty, and at last she said, "We've forgotten the tin opener." They looked at each other, and at last Father and Mother said, "Baby, you have to go back for it." "What?" said the baby. "Me? Go all that way?" "Nothing for it," said Father Tortoise. "We can't start without a tin opener. We'll wait for you." "Well, do you swear, do you promise faithfully," said the baby, "that you won't touch a thing until I come back?" "Yeah, we promise faithfully," they said, and baby plodded away, and after a while he was lost to sight among the bushes. And Father and Mother waited. They waited and waited and waited. And a whole year went by, and they began to get rather hungry. But they'd promised, so they waited. And another year went by, and another, and they got really hungry. "Don't you think we could just have 1 sandwich each?" said Mother Tortoise. "You'd never know the difference." "No," said Father Tortoise, "we promised. We must wait till he comes back." So they waited and waited, and another year passed, and another, and they got ravenous. Ravenous is another word for being very, very hungry. "It's years now, 6 years," said Mother Tortoise. "He ought to be back by now." "Yeah, I suppose he ought," said Father Tortoise. "Let's just have 1 sandwich while we're waiting." They picked up the sandwiches, but just as they were about to eat them, a little voice said, "Aha! I knew you'd cheat!" And Baby Tortoise popped his head out of a bush. "It's a good thing I didn't start for that tin opener," he said. The first thing to note is that tortoises move very slowly, but everything was taking a long time. The second thing to note is that they never did get the tin opener. Baby Tortoise was waiting until they made a mistake and started eating the sandwiches. But I suppose the message of the story is that things do take time and you do have to be patient, a little bit like what we're going through just now. Okay, well, I'm going to sign off. I'll see some of you in school tomorrow, and if I don't see you, I'm going to do another video. Maybe I'll show you the guitar piece that I've been practicing. It was a 6-year-old girl that taught me it on YouTube. So, hands on knees, nice and quiet. Are you quiet? Oh yeah, you are. Good. And say with me, may I be happy, may I always feel safe, and may I be free. And then hold some people in your heart, people that might be struggling or finding things difficult at the moment, care workers, people that are having a tricky time and could be in danger, and say, may they be happy, may they always feel safe, and may they be free. And that's me signing off.